Today we're exploring how many people look back after a divorce and realize life isn't always as simple as they once thought. It often brings new challenges and big adjustments. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's get into it.
Oh, yes! Oh my God, I'm officially divorced! Yes!
Shake me.
Oh my God! I'm officially primary custodian of the kids. What do I want the child support? That's it? Tony, that's crazy. Why? Are you kidding me? Now all of this financial burden with my children is on me?
What?
This is not fair.
This situation shows the struggle between wanting personal freedom and handling the responsibilities of raising children. It brings up important questions about balance, expectations, and how parenting duties are shared after separation.
Please stop telling divorced people that we're going to be okay. No, we're going to be okay. It just sucks. Sucks, okay? Today's one of those days. I know I'm always making videos about you can do it. Well, today it's kind of hard to do it. That's it.
Many single mothers find that independence is not always what they expected. Along with freedom come more responsibilities and daily challenges. What once seemed easy or freeing can quickly turn into added pressure and a major change in lifestyle.
Single mom of a 2.5-year-old. I've been split up from my ex for about 10 months now. I still get hit hard sometimes with the grief and the loneliness of it all. Like, I took him to the park and we were playing alone for a long time, and he was saying cute things, funny things, and I was texting my mom and my sister and, telling them what he said, and then another family comes and it's a mom, a dad, and a son his age, and they're all three playing together, and the kid says something funny and they both laugh and look at each other and talk about it, and I literally had to leave the park because I started sobbing because I grieve that life so hard.
Instead of focusing on others, it can be more helpful to think about what led to the end of the marriage and what lessons can be learned from it. Reflecting on your own experience may bring better understanding and personal growth.
So, forgive how I look this early in the morning, but it's already been a rough morning. You can tell I'm already crying. It's my wedding anniversary today, and because this date has been ingrained in me for so long, of course it was the first thing that I thought about when I woke up this morning. And then I realized, yeah, we're still technically married, but this is far from being a celebratory anniversary. We're knee-deep in the middle of a divorce. He's waking up in someone else's bed while I'm here, and it hit me harder than I thought it would.
He has moved on with his life while she continues to share her story online. Her posts are drawing attention and getting a mix of support and criticism from viewers.
I feel so stupid to be crying over this, but because so many people have such much harder lives, but I don't know, I feel like I work so hard and I try to please everyone, make everyone else around me so happy, and who takes care of me, Single family home, loving partner, and 2 kids. That's all I want, and why is that so hard for me?
It's been 4 years since the divorce, and she still appears to be working through it. Healing takes different amounts of time for different people. For some, moving on is a slow process that doesn't follow a set timeline.
Mommy lay with you? You're tired? Yeah. Are you okay?
Mommy.
Mommy's right here, yep. What are you thinking about?
Daddy.
Daddy?
Hi, Daddy.
Remember, mommy and daddy told you in 2 sleeps you get to go to daddy's house. Yeah. So if you go to sleep 2 times, you get to go to daddy's. Yeah.
Children are usually very open about what they feel, and having both parents involved can be important for their growth. It also helps them form their own views about relationships without being caught in adult conflict.
I'm like, okay until I'm not okay. You know, I never thought my life would be this way. Didn't see it coming. Didn't see it going this way. I was married for 17 years. And I really believed that I was going to get married one time. I used to say it all the time, I'm going to get married once and that's it. He said the same thing.
During a divorce, people may seem strong on the outside, but the emotional effects often come later. Once things settle down, the reality can start to feel heavier and more difficult than expected.
Single mom makes me feel completely robbed of my motherhood experience. Like, I know deep in my bones that if I had more support, I could show up better. I know I would be more patient. I would have so much more time to just like pour into myself and be a better mom and also pour into my son. But being a single parent or an only parent means that you're literally doing everything on your own. You carry 100% of the burden. And sometimes I wonder who I would be if I had more support. During my pregnancy, especially when Adrian was younger, and especially now. And then you wonder like how your kid's gonna remember you. And usually when you have 2 healthy parents, someone can just step in when the other one's having a mental breakdown or they need space, and you don't get that when you're a single parent. Or at least you don't get that when you're the only parent. And the kicker is that you can never fully lean into your maternal energy because you're always shape-shifting from masculine to feminine because you have to give tough love too. And sometimes I don't want to be the bad guy. Any major life decision, any parenting decision is made completely on your own. And you will spend 50% of the time wondering if it was the right call and not having anyone to be like, yes, babe, that was right. Or you're not crazy. Or I back you on that.
Sometimes life reaches a breaking point that makes people rethink their priorities. These moments often lead to reflection about relationships, family, and what truly matters, shaping new views about past choices and future plans.
Divorce sucks. It sucks even worse when you have kids. Even if you've been divorced for a long time, you're going along, you're getting along, you think, okay, I've adjusted to life and it's good. And then something happens and it's just with the kids, and I'm going with dad, and then you throw in the whole financial part of it, and divorce can be financially devastating for a lot of people.
Advice is easy to find, but not everyone can apply it in the same way. People understand and act on information differently based on their experiences, timing, and personal situations. That's why the same advice can lead to very different results.
I need help from the divorced single moms. Are there any of you out there who have divorced somebody that you loved, that you were still in love with, but the relationship had to end for a number of reasons, a number of complicated reasons? I just had sort of the quote unquote like divorce conversation. Meaning like we've been separated. I've mentioned that before, but we are proceeding with divorce, and it's sad. We're both really sad, and we have kids, and we both tried so hard to make it work, and we both love each other still. Anyone else in that position? Like, any advice? I mean, it's not working. You know, we have super toxic dynamic and a lot of pain and trauma. And a lot of it is born out of childhood trauma, especially on his side. But it's so sad. It's almost like a tragedy.
Some people going through emotional struggles turn to social media to find support and connection. It often becomes a place where they can share their feelings and feel heard when they don't have that support elsewhere.
I'm really frustrated. Because my ex, end of sentence, because of so many reasons. Co-parenting is not working. He hates me. You don't have to like me, but he won't communicate with me. He won't do anything. And then today, like, he just lied to our doctor for the kids. And I don't know how to fix it. And I don't feel like I'm doing enough, but I also feel like I'm doing it all. But that's not enough. And my ex doesn't want to see anything. And everything is my fault. And he won't take responsibility for anything.
Reality checks can be hard to accept, especially when they go against what someone hoped for. However, they often lead to deeper reflection and a clearer understanding over time. How a person responds can influence what happens next.
So Trump now says, if you have more than 3 baby daddies, you can't collect child support. So somebody like me with 4 baby daddies, but only 2 of them on child support. So you're meaning to tell me, because I have more than 3 baby daddies, but only 2 of them actually pay child support, that I can't collect child support on any of them? Because not every baby daddy actually pays child support. There are millions of deadbeats in this world. Okay, not only dads, but moms. So what about the dads that have more than 3 baby mamas?
Yeah, Mama.
Can they collect child support? What is this going to do? What is this solving? More poverty? More kids on the streets? I don't understand what the point of this is. What am I going to do now with no child support? That's the whole reason I had kids.
Mama.
Was for child support. And now you're just taking it from me. You take my food stamps away. You take all of my benefits away. Now my child support. Awesome.
In conversations like this, it's common for people to feel that blame is being placed too simply on one side. In reality, most situations are more complicated, and different viewpoints can lead to very different interpretations. That's why understanding the full context is important before forming conclusions.
I want to stop thinking about him. I want to stop wondering what he's doing. I want to stop wanting to tell him about my day. I want to stop missing my good morning and good night texts. I want to stop longing for his presence. But at the same time, I don't want to stop any of that. God, that sounds so crazy.
People often strongly disagree about child support and custody arrangements, and views can vary widely depending on personal perspective. These cases are usually complex, involving legal, financial, and emotional factors that impact everyone involved.
Nobody talks about the amount of times as a fucking mom that you sit in the fucking car and just cry, bro. You just fucking cry. Even when you know your tears not gonna fix shit.
Relationships sometimes come to an end when one or both partners feel ignored, unappreciated, or emotionally distant over time. These feelings can build up and eventually lead to difficult decisions like separation.
Will sting, but it's the truth. A lot of men avoid divorced women and single moms, not because they're bad people, okay, but because of the baggage that comes with it. Let's break it down, shall we? A divorced woman usually carries emotional scars. She's been through betrayal, conflict, failure, child custody, and often she hasn't healed from it. That pain doesn't just disappear. It bleeds into the next relationship. Men can feel that bitterness, that distrust, and most don't want to pay for what the last man did. Now let's talk about the single moms. It's not just about dating her. It's about inheriting her past. The ex is always in the picture. The baby daddy will be forever tied to her and her child. And no matter how great the guy is, he's never the first priority. Her kids will be. And they should be. The child should come first. But most men aren't signing up to be second place in their own relationship. It doesn't mean divorced women or single moms can't find love. That's not what I'm saying. But it does mean the pool is smaller, because men weigh these realities before committing to somebody. So stop shaming men for wanting less baggage. It's not hate, it's honesty. If you want a high value man, you've got to bring more than wounds and history to the relationship. You have to bring healing, peace, and partnership, because that's what men stay for.
Regret alone doesn't change the past. What truly matters is how someone moves forward from it. Real growth comes through reflection, acceptance, and focusing on better choices in the future.
My husband decided to drain our joint bank account and leave me after so much controversy on my videos. So on my main page, I made a video about how I didn't want to cook breakfast for my husband because I didn't want to go out of my way from making scrambled eggs to making a fried egg for him. And I said that he could do it himself. I don't cook for my husband, I never have, and I'm not going to be starting today. I'm sorry. I guess he got wind of the videos, and yeah, he drained our bank account, and he has told me that I have to leave. At first, I thought he was the one that's going to be gone and that I was going to be able to stay here, but he returned and he said that I need to pack up my things and go. I told him absolutely not, because I have children, and me and my children are not going to be in the street. So I told him that he has to evict me. And the one that gave him this idea of leaving me was his birth giver. Yes. His mother was the one that gave him the grand idea to leave me after 15 years. It's honestly ridiculous and disgusting that this is even happening right now.
These are the kinds of outcomes people often think about after major life changes like divorce, especially when children are involved. It shows how important it is to consider the long-term effects before making such serious decisions.
I'm going to talk about being divorced. I was married for 25 years and got divorced. And if I have any advice for anyone who is in that boat, if there's any chance of reconciliation, don't do it. If both parties are willing to work it out, don't do it. Being single and being single, because of course we're divorced, we're single, is so difficult.
She's saying don't do it like don't get divorced, not don't reconcile.
It's not just the end of 25 years. It's like the ripping away of a lifetime. I mean, 25 years, that's a long time. And, there's vacations and there's holidays and there's birthdays and there are experiences. And here's the thing. You go through the whole, I can't be married to you anymore, to the divorce process, which is the separation of the house and the kids and all the things. And you go through all of that. And then you get into this dating space. Okay. And the last thing the new person wants to hear is about your divorce.
Finding a new partner isn't always as simple as people expect. It can bring new challenges and surprises along the way. After major life changes, dating often requires patience, adjustment, and a fresh mindset.
A few weeks ago, I posted that my son didn't want to come home with me anymore, that he asked me that he wanted to live with his dad, and I was very hurt. But then I had time today to come and see what they do after school and why he wants to be here so bad. And this is what I see. So if I was a 5-year-old, of course, it makes sense.
It's not really about the breakfast itself. It's about the feeling that small efforts are missing in a relationship. Often, it's these everyday actions that people notice most when judging care, attention, and effort from a partner. Over time, these small moments can shape how someone feels about the relationship.
I want to know what really sucks is finding out that your husband, who you're not even filed for divorce from yet, it's been a month since he left your house, and you find out that he's actually going out on a date tonight. We haven't even filed for divorce yet. Is that normal? Do men do that? Like, somebody answer me, men, women, I don't care who it is. Somebody just answer the question, is that normal for people to do? Because
I downloaded the Stir app, which is for like single parents, and I almost vomited, and I deleted it because like I was nauseous just looking at it. And he's going out on a date tonight. I haven't been out on a date with him in over a year. How do you get over that? That's painful.
Some people may seem guarded or defensive when meeting someone new, which can make dating harder for both sides. Later on, that same frustration can turn into questions about why finding the right match feels so difficult.
I only come on here to cry. I'm sure you guys are used to it. Today, it's nothing bad. I just wanted to come on here to tell you guys that what one man won't do for you, another one will. Nobody talks about how hard it is. I really need to hurry to transition from being on survival mode to somebody actually wanting to take care of you. It's not that easy to let somebody do that for you, especially when you've been used to having to take care of yourself. Being the one that has to take care of everything in a crisis, to somebody being like, I got you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to take care of you. It's not that easy. Don't get me wrong. It's not that you don't want the help. In my case, I'm just not used to it. There's no way. You tell me I got you or let me do this for you. I probably won't respond because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do in that case. And that is my problem right now. I have a huge issue with that. Not an issue, but I'm having a really hard time transitioning to just being like, okay, you got me. I'll let you take care of it. It's not that easy transitioning from being in your masculine energy to your feminine energy. You just think it's too good to be true. What's the catch? Am I going to pay you back? Or what? Because this doesn't sound normal to me. Quite an adjustment, but we're learning.
Many children enjoy spending time with both parents in different ways. Each relationship brings its own experience, and what feels meaningful or fun can change depending on the child, the situation, and the moment.
You know, like, fuck me and what I feel and what I have to do, and like, fuck all that. One thing that I want to get better at is just sharing these moments with you guys, because it is a very real part of my life as a single mom. This past Sunday, my parents were getting home from church. Like, we all were sitting at the table. My dad was just telling me like that he was gonna miss me because I'm gonna move. And he hugged me. My son got up from the table, he left, but I didn't really think anything of it. I went to the room like a few minutes later and he was crying. I asked him, I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, Mom, it's because I don't know what it feels like to have a dad. Obviously, you know, I had a conversation with him, and during our conversation, he said something to me that he said, don't ever tell me that you know how I feel. And I told him, you're right. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't. I was like, I don't know how you feel. For somebody to have hurt my son to this degree, like, it fucking hurts. It hurts because there's literally nothing in this world that I could say to make him feel better. On that day that he was telling me his feelings, I obviously don't want to like break down and cry with him. Like, I want to be his rock, so I haven't had time to process it until now. And just know that if you're also a single mom, like, you're not alone. And it's hard, like, no, it's hard despite how many years have gone by.
Not every situation is the same, but some children may experience emotional difficulty during divorce and feel stuck in the middle. That brings us to the end of the video. If you found this helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.